In just a few moments, we'll ask these celebrities. From the Brady Bunch, Robert Reed. From Bustin' Loose, Pat Carroll. The inimitable Nipsey Russell. The lovely Joanne Pflug. Comedian Jack Carter. And the unpredictable J.P. Morgan. We'll ask them to reveal the kind of treatment for the opposite sex that arouses their interest as they play the Hollywood Connection. And now, let's meet our host, Jim Lange.
Oh! Look at that. You never got that. Thank you. A standing ovation.
Wow. I can't believe it.
Wait, I'll get my ukulele and go here. We've got a great group of celebrities to play on today's show. I know you'll enjoy them, have a lot of fun, but we need two contestants. And to battle it out, here's Jay Stewart to tell you who they are. Jay?
We got him, Jim. Here's one. Wait till you hear. She rode an elephant in India. She was windswept by a typhoon in Taiwan. And she now works for a magazine. Meet Allison Brown.
Wow.
And now her opponent. He's worked as a busboy and a barber, and he's now a bartender. Serving is David Wallison.
Welcome to the show, David. Good to see you. Allison, welcome. All those things you did, amazing. What magazine do you work for now?
Playboy.
Well, with the experience with the elephant and the typhoon, you should be ready for Playboy, I think.
Yeah.
All right, well, good luck to you on the Hollywood Connection. And
Thank
let's
you.
see, David, you've been a busboy, a barber, a bartender. As long as you stick with the bees, there are all kinds of jobs you could do. You could be a bill collector, a belly dancer, a bum.
A burglar.
A burglar. Right. Nipsey's always got another one. Good luck to you, David.
Thank
and
you.
I hope you both make some money today. I know you'll have fun, and here's how we play the Hollywood Connection. Our two players you just met will compete against each other for 3 rounds, trying to guess how each of our celebrities feels about an interesting problem or an intriguing situation. Now, each correct answer scores points. Whoever has the highest score at the end of the 3rd round is going to win, go on to our bonus game, make lots of money, hopefully. It's that simple. So let's start with round 1. Each correct connection, as we call them, is worth 1 point. Now, backstage, you flipped a coin. I understand, David, you won the flip.
That's right.
That means you get first choice in round 1. You can play this round with the top row or the bottom row. Which one do you think you'd have better luck with?
Oh, the top row, please.
The top row. All right, this is for Joanne, Jack, and J.P. The question is this. What's your response to this statement? The opposite sex will respect you more if you're not too familiar with them. Is that true, or is that baloney? Okay. You know the old saying. Okay? The opposite sex will respect you more if you're not too familiar with them. We want to find out what they will say, how they feel about it, whether they think it's true or baloney. And let's start with Joanne. What do you think she said?
Oh, I think Joanne believes that's baloney.
You think that's baloney?
Is that-
Why is that? Why do you think she would say that?
Oh, it's... I don't know, just the way... The gleam in her eye.
All right. Let's find out. All right, Joanne, for 1 point. For David, what do you think about that statement? Do you think it's true or baloney?
No.
David, we hardly have met. They say that familiarity breeds contempt.
Content.
Well, I have to say something, young man. I disagree with you.
You think it's true. All right, thinks it's true. The gleam in the eye was not that. It was the contact lenses. If you look at it carefully.
Familiarity breeds contempt, but if you don't get familiar, you can't breed nothing.
The old philosopher. Great, Nips. All right, what do you think,
You
Jack
said a
Carter?
house full.
What do you think Jack Carter said about that?
Oh, he would take a liberal approach and say, true.
You think it's true, okay, that the opposite sex will respect you more if you're not too familiar with them. What do you say, Jack?
Oh, what I would say?
Yeah.
Well,
What's your response?
I love the word familiar. You know how people very rarely recognize actors? A little woman stared at me in a coffee shop the other day and said, "Pardon me, are you familiar?" But I'm strangely very proprietous, very straight. I don't like fooling around and stuff like that. In fact, I was going with a woman for years, and she finally said to me, "You sure you won't lose respect for me if I sleep over?" And I said, "No," and this was my wife. So you can tell that I'm a stickler for... I said true.
You said
I'm a
true. All right, no connection there. You did say baloney, right?
No, I said true.
Oh, you said true, then that's a connection. Okay, I've got to remember, it was so long, his story was so long, I forgot what you said, David. Okay, that's a connection. 1 more to go. What do you think JP would say about that?
No, all kidding aside, I think JP would say it's true.
You still think it's true,
Even though
okay.
she might insinuate otherwise, I think she thinks.
Okay, what did you say, JP?
You are a fool. No, that's how I got rid of my first 3 husbands. Baloney.
Baloney! Oh, no connection, but you have one and you're on your way, David. Okay, the only baloney up there was JP. The other 2 said
Hey,
true.
hey,
I didn't
watch
mean
it,
that
Brad.
personally, JP. Okay, this is for the bottom row now, Allison, and you have to figure out how Robert and Pat and Nipsey answer this question. How do you like those weekend parties, gang, that require you to dress up? You know, weekend parties that say you gotta dress up. Do you find that annoying or do you find it pleasing? Okay? We're gonna get their opinion on weekend parties that require you to dress up. I'm not sure what that means. I guess it means you can't... Yes, you can't come nude, Okay, we want to know their opinion, and if you can guess what they say, you get a point for each one. Can you make a connection with Robert? What do you think he would say?
Well, he's a pretty snappy dresser. I think he'd... I don't know. He might get tired of dressing up a lot, though. I'd say he'd think it was annoying.
You think he would say annoying?
He
All
has
right,
to dress
Robert,
a lot.
how do you react to those weekend parties?
Anybody who knows me knows that I'd spend my life in a pair of old blue jeans if I could. I find it very annoying.
Annoying, and there you go. You got a connection, you're on your way, Allison, and it's tied up at 1 and 1. All right, what do you think Pat would say?
I don't know. I think Pat... She probably has to dress a lot, too. I bet she finds it annoying also.
Okay, Pat, how do you
Yeah.
react to those weekend parties where you have to dress up?
Well, I don't look good in a black tie. But I love today's society because it is so relaxed. And dressing up is fun, but when you're having a good time, I think it's annoying to have to
Annoying.
dress.
All right. There you go, another connection. You can make it a clean sweep and you can figure out what Nipsey said. Make your guess. What do you think, Allison?
I think Nipsey will go the same way, just because he dresses a lot for things, and
Yeah,
it'd be
show
nice
people-
to not have to dress up.
Right, show people have to dress up for shows all the time. All right, Nipsey, what do you think of those weekend parties where you have to dress up?
When it comes to any kind of a party, I'm the man of the hour. They called me up and said, "Come as you are," and I was in the shower. Now, I'll tell you, I intensely dislike getting dressed. The more casual one can be, the more I think one can enjoy oneself. It's
Annoying,
very-
another connection, a clean sweep, Allison. Very good. Got all 3 of them. All 3 thought it was annoying at the end of the first round. Allison 3, David 1. We'll be back with round number 2, where each connection will be worth 2 points. David will try a comeback right after this. Welcome back to the Hollywood Connection. Allison jumped to the lead, 3-1, but there are a lot of points out there. This round, for instance, is worth 2 points for each connection. David, you started last time, so we'll let Allison start this time. And Allison, you choose the men or the women to play this round with. Which do you think you can do better with?
This is rough. I'll choose the men.
The men, okay. You think you know the male mind a little better. This is for Robert, Nipsey, and Jack, then. The question, gentlemen, is this. Omar Sharif says too much makeup on a woman cools him off. Now, if you are feeling amorous, which is the one thing that's bound to cool you off? Too much makeup, as Mr. Sharif says, sloppiness, or too much talk? 3 choices. Too much makeup, too much sloppiness, and too much talk. And we'll find a little bit about the gentleman this time, Allison. And we'll start with Robert Reed. Which one of those 3 do you think cools him off if he's feeling amorous? The makeup, the sloppiness, or the talk?
He's pretty conservative, I think. I would go with sloppiness. I don't think he likes a woman that's really sloppy.
He likes a nice, clean person.
Yeah.
All right. Which of those 3 turns you off, Robert?
Well, yeah, makeup can do a lot for some women. Saves you having to fantasize later on. Talk is one thing, but sloppiness really turns me
You
off.
got it. That's right. Very good. You analyze that one, Allison. You have 5 points. Now, what do you think Nipsey said? What turns him off? Makeup, sloppiness, or too much talk?
That's hard. I would say I'm going to go with sloppiness with him, too.
Okay, you think he
I
also
don't
likes
think-
neatness?
well,
Neatness
yeah.
counts? What did you say, Nips?
Yeah, I met a girl last week. Boy, she had something that would knock you out. A prize-fighting husband. But actually, I dislike makeup.
Yeah.
I intensely dislike makeup. But what really turns me off, she's right.
Sloppiness, you got it again. You haven't missed yet, Allison. You're really going. All right, you have 7 points, or 5 points, rather. No, it's up to 7 now. They turned it. And you have 1 more chance to pick up 2 with Jack Carter. What do you think turns him off?
I'm going to stick with sloppiness, just because I
Yeah.
think it's,
You've had luck
it's nothing
with
worse
sloppiness
than,
so
worse
far.
than
Sure.
sloppy.
All right, which one of the 3 turns you off, Jack?
Well, first of all, it would take ammunition to turn me off. A woman would have to be wrapped in barbed wire. But actually, Actually, my last wife used to come downstairs looking like Godzilla in army boots. You know, with the floppy sneakers and the robe ripped. But the worst was the curlers in the hair, then lean over and give you the kiss and rip your face to shreds. So I definitely going to make an Allison order on winner sloppiness.
Sloppiness all the way. That's number one. You're going to have to do well to keep it in step with her. It's 9-1. And David, you're going to work with the women on this question. This is for the ladies now. Ladies, what kind of treatment by the opposite sex arouses your interest and pleases you? Is it being pampered? Is it being ignored? Or is it the casual treatment? Okay, which treatment arouses your interest and pleases you the most? Being pampered, ignored, or the casual treatment? And this time, each connection is worth 2 points, David, and you need to make some here, so let's see how we do. What do you think Pat Carroll would say?
I think Pat Carroll would appreciate the casual approach, sort of on an even basis.
Okay, not pampered, not ignored, but casual. Pat, which type does please you?
Oh, all types please me, actually. But I think if you wanted to be ignored, you'd be a bit of a masochist, and too casual shows a lack of interest. I think any woman loves to be pampered.
Pampered, all right. No points there. Still have to pick some up here. What do you think Joanne said? David?
Well, from what Pat said, maybe the casual would be bad. I'd say of those three, she would like to be pampered.
You think she would like to be pampered?
Yeah.
Okay, what woman doesn't, I guess, but we'll find out. Joanne, what kind of treatment arouses your interest?
Miss Scarlett, I do decline to get the vipers right now. Let me see. I know in high school you always liked the fellas that ignored you.
Right.
Then you went through the casual. But I tell you, I have to be so independent all the time. I love to be pampered.
Pampered, you got it. All right, you're going now, David. That's 9-3. Pick up one more and you can make it 9-5. What kind of treatment do you think JP likes the most, is pleased by?
I'd also say pampered for JP.
Okay, JP, which one of those three treatments arouses your interest the most?
Well, they can get me with a whip and a chair.
Back.
Up, boy.
No, I go either way. I don't like being pampered. I like being independent, so I like casual.
Casual, all right. No points there.
Not interested.
So the score at the end of the second round is 9-3, but every connection in the next round is 3 points. You still have a chance to win it, David, so don't give up. And we'll be right back with round 3 right after these words. Welcome back to the Hollywood Connection, and Allison is zooming to the front here. The score is 9-3, but David, there still is a big chance for you because each connection in the final round is worth 3 points. Make 3 connections, you're back in the lead. It's that simple. Make 2 connections, you tie. But if you miss 2, the game is over, and Allison, you're the winner. That's how it stands at this point. You get to choose the row this time, David. You want to play with the top or the bottom row?
Well, I'll try the bottom this time.
All right, you're going to switch back to the bottom row. Bottom row, here's your question. If you could improve yourself in one of these areas, which would it be in? Would it be in sex appeal, in affection, or in compassion? Okay? A personal question there, and if you can get 3 of them, you're back in the lead. 2, and you're tied. David, you need help right here. Now, what do you think Robert would say to that? Do you think he would like to improve himself in sex appeal, affection, or compassion, and why?
Well, you couldn't really improve Robert in sex appeal, and I don't know about the affection. I'll say compassion.
You think his answer will be compassion. All right, Robert, which one of those areas would you like to improve yourself? Sex appeal, affection, or compassion?
Well, I like to think I am reasonably affectionate and compassionate, but I would guess you could ask 90% of the men in the world if they could use a little more sex appeal, and if they weren't egomaniacs, they'd say, yes, I could.
Oh, sex appeal. I don't know. All right. That's no connection. How many women in the audience think he needs more sex appeal there?
Wait a minute. No need to make a direct question out of it.
Well, we got the right answer, though, anyway. Okay, well, you have to get the 2 now that remain, David, to stay in the game and tie it up and hope for a tiebreaker. What do you think Pat feels is the one thing she'd like to improve in her life? Sex appeal, affection, or compassion?
Now she seems to have so much compassion, affection, sex appeal. Okay, I'll say, I'm going to stick with compassion. With Pat,
You think
too.
compassion.
Yeah.
All right, this is it. If you miss this, you're out. And Allison, you are the winner. Which one of those areas would you like to improve yourself in, Pat?
Well, darling, at my age, sex appeal is a walk down memory lane. And I think the other one, affection, I have plenty of that, but I don't think anyone in this world can ever have enough.
Compassion, a connection. You're still alive, Dave. All right. Woo! That was a last-minute choice. All right, it's 9-6. You can tie it up now. What do you think Nipsey's going to say? Do you think he would like to improve his sex appeal, his affection, or his compassion?
Well, like Robert, I think Nipsey has plenty of sex appeal. And I think he's trying to tell me something.
Well,
I think he'd be a serious person and say compassion.
you think he would ask for more compassion. All right, Nipsey, which one of those areas would you like to improve yourself in?
I got affection, compassion, and trust. I need some looks to go with my lust.
Sex appeal. You didn't make it, David. And Allison, you're the winner. Congratulations. I got prizes for you, David. Thank you. That was a great try. Allison, before we get to you and tell you what you've won, the last question for the top row, I really wanted to get to this. At what age do you experience real love? Was it teens, 20s, or middle age?
Teenies.
Teenies for Jack. How about
Yes,
you?
I fell in love with my rubber ducky.
How about you, Joanne?
Oh, I think teens. There's nothing like when you're 16 and you're...
Real love?
Well, you think that's real,
Real
love,
then.
storybook love.
Looks
and
like
then,
real.
I remember when I was 12, I almost went blind.
Why is that?
Feels real.
It does.
How about you, JP? What age was it for you?
I made an obscene phone call when I was 6, so I was in my teens.
Collect.
All three in the teens. Okay, that wraps that up. The game is over, and Allison, we have a great prize for you as our champion, and here's Jay Stewart to tell you what it is. Jay?
From Gibson, one of the White Consolidated Industries, a frost-clear refrigerator freezer featuring picture-frame doors, slide-out cantilever shelves, custom interior, and Gibson's exclusive silver lining insulation that saves. Okay, Jim Lange.
Thank you, Jay. The freezer and refrigerator is yours to keep. Now you have a chance for a trip and a lot of money, right? Want to go over the bonus board? Come with me. Be careful. There's a step. There you go. All right. There she is. Welcome back to the Hollywood Connection. You have not missed yet. You didn't have to go to the third round. You haven't missed. You're great at making those connections, and now you have a chance to make a whole lot of money and win a trip. And here's how our bonus round works, Allison. We're going to ask each of our celebrities to give us a word that they connect with a particular person, place, or thing that I will mention. Now, you can guess what those words are. You're going to get paid off, and you will have several choices. Celebrities, here it is for today's show. What one word do you associate with pickle? Pickle. Okay, now they're going to write down on their pads one word they associate with pickle. We'll give you 3 guesses. Think of 3 words our celebrities are most likely to connect with pickle. And if you are making connections, you will be making money at the same time. Is everybody all set? Celebrities, please turn your cards over. And Allison, to the board, if you would. And the word is pickle. She's going to try and make connections with what our celebrities have written down. First word is sour. All right. Second word is dill. And third word is sweet. All right, there she goes. Come on over here, Allison, right alongside the board so we can all take a look at that. That's sour, dill, and sweet. They all make a lot of sense to me. Let's see how well you did with our celebrities. Now, for every one of those words that our celebrities has, we will give you $250, just like that. When you get to $750, you'll have a chance to maybe double your money a couple of times, and you'll win this fabulous trip. Jay?
You'll be traveling to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Located just about 3 hours by air from Los Angeles. One of the most beautiful resort locations in all Mexico. And you'll be staying at the Puerto Vallarta with 250 air-conditioned rooms with exclusive beaches and private villas. Continental dining and native entertainment all add to the fine service at the Puerto Vallarta, furnished by Puerto Vallarta.
Thank you, Jay. Puerto Vallarta, Mexico is in the offing if you can make 3 connections and then a chance to make a lot more money if you're brave enough to go on. You have the words up there, sour, dill, and sweet. Every connection worth $250. Where would you like to start with our celebrity panel?
Oh, I'll start with Jack.
All right, Jack Carter. What one word do you associate with pickle?
I like it when they're sour.
Sour! You got it. There's one. All right, you're on your way. $250 and 2 more for the trip. Where do you want to play next?
Joanne.
All right, staying on the top row. Joanne,
Yeah.
what do you associate with pickle?
Dill.
Dill, there it is. You got 2 of them. All right, you're 1 away. $500. 1 more, Allison, and you've got the trip to Puerto Vallarta and money to play with. Okay, where do you want to go?
Robert.
All right, Robert Reed, this is for the trip. What one word do you associate with pickle?
Hot summer days in New York, going into a deli to get a cold dill pickle.
Dill, there it is. You got it. Congratulations. A trip to Puerto Vallarta is yours. and $750. Now, you have a decision to make, Allison. That trip is yours to keep. You can't lose it. You can't lose the refrigerator freezer. I want you to play around with that $750 now. See if you can pick out a connection. If you can, one time, we'll give you $1,500. If you don't make the connection, you'll have nothing. Will you risk the $750, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to risk the $750. All right, it'll be double or nothing now. This is very important, which celebrity do you choose? You have JP, Pat, and Nipsey left. Where do you want to go?
I'm going to go to JP.
All right, JP Morgan for $1,500. Pickle.
Big, kosher, and
Deal, you got it. All right. $1,500. All right, now one more time. We're going to see what kind of a gambler you are, Allison. You have $1,500. There are 2 celebrities left. We'll give you one more chance to double that. We will give you $3,000 if you make a connection, and you will have nothing if you do not. Double or nothing, will you play?
Yeah.
You're going to go. All right, all right. She's got a gambling heart. All right. Sour dill or sweet. If it comes up, you have won $3,000 along with your trip and your freezer. Will it be Pat or Nipsey?
I'm going to go with Pat.
Going with Pat Carroll. Pickle, Pat.
Honey, you got a lot of money.
Congratulations. All right, go get Pat a kiss, will you? What a great job. $3,000 if you get to Puerto Vallarta, a refrigerator freezer. Once again, congratulations, Allison. Have a good time on your trip. You're getting married? Hey, that could be a honeymoon for you. Thank you, Joanne, Jack, JP, Robert, Pat, and Nipsey. And we'll see you next time on the Hollywood Connection. Bye-bye.
Some of our departing contestants will receive Wishbone Italian, America's favorite Italian dressing. Perfectly seasoned and blended for true Italian flavor your family will love. And Heartland Natural Cereal, crunchy, full-bodied flavor that really satisfies Heartland, a solid, satisfying cereal. Plus a supply of Tetra products, quality fish foods, and care products, including Tetra Min Staple Food, the world's leading tropical fish food. And Fried Egg Sugarless Gum, the great-tasting sugarless gum with 5 delicious flavors to choose from, including bubble gum, Fried Egg for families who care about their teeth. Plus an assortment of Thompson natural vitamins offering special formulas for your good health for 40 years. Available at health food stores everywhere. Jay Stewart speaking. This is the Jack Berry and Dan Enright production in association with Golden West Broadcasters.